Bamba Mass TV. Subscribe for more.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته ناتا درون برو نالي نيو كنوتو ديانغا كاچا yalon nyinyo sabo membe kere nafaona fatala wallahi kila sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ay fen dandi wala mutonyati ay fen da ko nyinyantale kake na dino to wala mutonyati misilme dingo be nyanta bulala wala non bari ntolu mistakol ka kentolu bulu Gambia anin na Afrika mafangol la mbuka nyinen karoke misilme dun nyinen karole mula safunoti kato asikeno ika kodo bekete ya mira wo beteata bari yara fan amam betea asikeno ika kodo bekeke kake nyamen amam betea wonyama kila afama ya mari wonyama yo bari meyem batandi wala munna lonaldi yem batandi bake katu lonnalu le nyantantol karandi la misilme yala bari lonnalu ka mem fonye nyin kana nyin topiko men kacha men keta sunnoti musol la sunno bari malla fi ka mandin ka bafo nsafo ko sunno ninga fo hakilima be ba jelale na lonnalu buka mako idamento wala mu ibuka na bari musolu karandi wara ibuka mbamanyol karandi ala side effects anala torolu anala nafalu ibuke karandala itol ka fole memma no kanake andu yalo nyimmo fenete me yalo ko dukuta bake adibita katu nyaka boyo mbatu ngafo mandinka kanto wala musunnoti amina wato menna woketa pre-islamic days let wotuma muslime ya mansoto abe caring la jamalto banku jamalto ikake yo bari biring iko kila nata sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mbe kitabo men natila jang walemu International Federation of Islamic Scholars dunia be la bunda ba memu muslimu la lonalti ye kachalu menu ke nyin kola dolu sonta dolu mansong andu menu sonta isonta dalilo men na yafo menu mansong imanson dalilo men na yafo andu nyin nyaka boyo kake min tolle to muslime bankolo ka abuka ke min tole fananto mbew fanan be kacala insha Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bari mben na lonnalu danila dukare alinana kana si alkafoko ntolman hadiso karan ntolman fikiya karan ntolman nyin karan ntolman nyanna kanyin kusi fal kaca atol men ya karan atol man lafika fonya atol kamen fodo wala kilale ya fo nyanta kilal bari alingam fanyinin kaba kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya fonyele ko lonnali ya fonyele ko adingolu niko kila dingolu jama molka mira fomen Abdullah Ibrahim ani wo nyon ko tamul hani niko kila dingolu mobe lonna bes kambenda nyinela ko Hassan ani al Hussein wala mo kila dingod because kila ko wala ko manda dingola Hassan ani al Hussein ibnu Ali kila wol sunnale lonna be kambenda wala bari lonna mansoto dunia kono men safo ko kila ye ay musol menu be kila bulu ay wol samba sunno lale lonna man ate soto la blato woto kila iko ay memfo wala mu nyinti ko biray umu ay matara ibe nyinke kan akoy ko nali ba kela alkana landa tambi bari mbatunte fo kana fo faye ngabula lonnal noma ye muna fo nyin koto Dr. Mohammed Salim Al-Awa memo Secretary General ti International Islamic Federation of Scholars Islamic Scholars ay mem fo wala mu nyinti ko ni nyinin karoke Islamic Sharia mo fenati me alon ko ka bondi fennani la kono Islamic Sharia ka bondi fennani la kono fem folo wala mo Al-Qur'anul Karim fulanjam wala mo kila la sunnoti sabanjam wala mo kiyas wala mo analogy argument comme lonna lu ñoo wali men le ñoo saba men wala mo kiyasti ako nani jam wala mo ijmati wala mo juridical consensus comme fatwa tiol wara men yalon koy be atodum sharia karang ka kitio fanankala be kambentamento ñing dina lonna balu ye ñine foko ñim four fundamental principles of Islamic jurisprudence misilme akatama wollambe jamano men kono sign hadiso lemu alqur'ano lemu foloti hadiso mu fulanjawti kiyas walemu lonnali ño saba menula itata da kambenda men jama kambenda da men anen ijma walemu juridical consensus walemu lonnal ikakitiol ke menula sariyan la karola andu be kambenda men woto wadalilo kam pour ka determine Islamic Sharia abe lorim mintole as far as FGM is concerned wala mu musolla sunno be loring tendo mento wala mu nyenti ko fonga we have to search in the Quran fonga al-Qur'ano jube nimma taraje fereng ngadun sunno kono kilala sunno kono nimma taraje fereng ngadun kiyas kono nimma taraje ngata dun ijma kono fomba tarano la je yamarlo la karolla ako hole Qur'ani ajube amang musolla nyaka fo atola amafo atola ako nie sunno fanan jube kila la sunno e ka hadisol men fo hadisol moliye nyo sabajele dol ko hadiso nyin adaif tale amang kumaya dol ko hadiso nyin asahaya tale sahilam woto wokamala abeti atale puru nganyo kachandi hadiso me yalonko because the most famous hadiso men famous ta hadisol beti ikafole ko atiya yafo ko yatarle Madina kono abe musolu sunna kan kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam kai ko do not cut severely as that is better for a woman kana kuntu bake katu wole beti ata musoto lonnal beka nyina fontolie ako andung it is more desirable for a husband ke jama kala fi wala pour muso mem man kuntu bake kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam la kuma kan wade eko bari ntama moy eko kila ko kana kuntu bake katu wala bete ata musoto is better for a woman and more desirable for a husband wala bete ata musoto and wala fananka kewo se wondi na man kuntu bake eko kila la yaf sallallahu alaihi wasallam ni ajenta ko mole ko nyinyanta kachalale ntola lona ni diamute nyin ko le ka kamfale andu menke kamfa ko la nte malo nyin dino mu fenneti me alon ko karam fennem hani kila fango sallallahu alayhi wasallam mem fi sata dafengol beti birin alaba kila annabiyo moti birin alaba kila dafengol ka kay ne karang that was the first sentence men jita kan karang oto monantinna atul kontol manyanna almanyanna karandi la nyin kola alalu jusolu nyabu alen karandi ma fali akana kede mo nko nyanta karannal abe kila nyamen memba tinate mol tora la kayr misilme amanna ka motora niajube lonna ba me alon koy ka faye ko hadiso nyim fango me hadiso nyim fila wala mu al hakimti al Bayhaqi al-Hakim al-Bayhaqi anin Abu Daud ibari ila kuma kan lu fatata bari be me itande ko wolemu lonna jama sonta ko nyin hadiso nyin adaif tale bari yenyi itande ko al-Hafiz Zanedin al-Iraqi ala kitabo to ala buko men aya safe memu revival of religious science me yalon ko al-Kazali le ya safe barate o buko nyin filale ay buko nyin a tafsir le ay même fo Abu Daud a commenta nyin hadiso nyin tole ako molla mira lolo ani molla satarolo fatata bake nyin hadiso ako Ubaidullah ibn Amr. Where for I am Abdul Malik la ako. Nying hadiso la minin nying molu ka nyo sabala bari molu manyan na nyo sabala hadiso nyin na minin na kato niaju ba la transmission was interrupted and Muhammad ibn Hassan me ya long ko wale hadiso nyin filia and mojama ya long is anonymous. Muhammad ibn Hassan mojama ma long. Muhammad ibn Hassan iko one of the narrators is anonymous. Therefore hadiso nyin lonna lumenia long ko itolemu Islamic scholarship ibe kambenda ko woto nyin hadiso nyin afenketa la lamfutale is daif. Imam Sams me alon ko al dinul haq al azim abadi ay kuma ka fa ko Abu Daud la nyin kuma ka nyin hadiso nyin ka fo ko daif tale ay afo dalilo men kam wala mo katu confusion jamale ba ko kono misil mo confuse misil mo jahal ta ko la bari men kan jahalen tolla Gambia lonna la buka so moya kumof kadu nareto ako kadu mem fawai hadiso nyi menka yayindi bake kafu me ko Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Kofi ibn Adi al-Baki wen me itande Abu Daud la narration oto wala mo komen Hafiz al-Hafiz Abdigani ibn Said wo balanta la nyamen woko aman soto kila mafo ako hidi nareto ate memo kumo folati hidi nareto Memo Muhammad ibn Said ya crucified for being an atheist and unreliable. Moli ya tumile ko mole mati me alon ko fanku mira la lemu andu mobuka lala. Alas kuma kan Muhammad ibn Hassan o Muhammad ibn Said wala mu nyinti ko mo jama manson ala kuma kan nyunula andun jama niya jube many scholars have said that he has fabricated 4,000 hadiths attributed to them falsely to say it was from the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Al-Mansur crucified him because he was an atheist. Al-Mansur where akajafi kokatu ki atheist lemo. Some contemporary scholars lonna jamabe misilmolu kono yenyim kumakonyin trace an inscription of its hadith, but they are all weak. Yaje ko abe daiftale. Hadith je mem bambanda lonna lo mislime lonna le kadiyamute men ya lon koy beni la PhD lemu ibe karantale misra anen kata makanyolu anen dula kotolto. Professor of Islamic Studies Dr. Mohammed Lufti Al-Sabah, Professor of Islamic Studies at the University of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, me alon ko ay Islamic Studies like a University of Riyadh ikafai ko renowned scholar ikafme ko Dr. Mohammed Lufti Al-Sabah, me along atelemo Professor of Islamic Studies at the University of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, ala kiskisiroto musol la nyakato ay mem fo wala nyinti ko ako matunga fo angale kawoto. Consider those two honorable imams, Abu Daud and Al-Iraqi, who have described the hadith as weak and disagree those who maintain it as authentic. Therefore, it is better for Muslims to discuss it broadly. Nyimu lona la time alon ko lona te na Gambia mensa fo ko atele karantati. Abe karandiro la Riyadh University of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, memu Dr. Lufti Al-Sabahti ngamiran na lona lu menu be karawala itulo bennale ibenyin lona nyin lonale ay mem fo ko before that Sams al-Din al-Haq Al-Hakim Al-Abadi, where for hadith on female circumcision was narrated in different ways. Ako hadith of men tata pur musol la sunnoto yafo sinya ifonya al-fatat. Ako all of them are weak. Ibe weak tale distorted and therefore cannot be the basis on legal ruling. Mota tano le sembale yafo ko kiti olemu pur mosa keno kitoti. To conclude, Atiyas hadith in all the ways it was reported is weak. Second hadith, iko hadith fulanjang. Wala mo hadith attributed to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, musolla sunnoto, wala mo Hafiz al-Iraqi, ala diamoto kavoko, puruka religious science nyin samanang, ako describe the hadith as weak, wafana way hadith o nyin describe leko a weak tale. Preceding him, janne be futala tema, where Imam al-Baqi, Ibn Abu Hatim, or Ibn al-Bar, meye yamar loke, kafoko hadiso nying, mokana bula noma, nyindalilo latina maka banko kang, lonnal jamal beje, anim maka dindiwul jama beje, wara misilmul jama be maka, ibuka bula musolla kuyantuta noma. Ibuka bula noma. Andu mota fale ko maka, nga moli jele men yalon ko eka kuyantutake. Nimme bakela eka kela suturo le kono. Woto muna ya akento la Gambia sonkoti. Bayri misilme ya man forse kato. Bari mo kana mo fanan discourage ka fo kana kede. Ha, al kana fo Bamba masko. Nte man londo soto man fello. Nte ka research leke. Nte mo research alate. Wole mun na do koti ka bring mo be ente lo research lela. Kiskisiro. Nka woleke. Bari mbadu nga fo manika kon. Kiskisiro nte ka woleke. Woto nga jele ko na nyantola mu misilme dingolati nga kiskisiro kenyen kuola. Bari sajo dol si finti senneng. Dalil tebulu bari bennen na dalil jumala kama wala mu nyenti ko ni ila mira lolu mam kileng. Bari ngodo. Alinga bula nyin kitabo me ya lonko e kavo ko brief citation for Sheikh Muhammad ibn Lofty al-Sabah legal ruling on male and female circumcision al-Huda al-Sihi series WHO Middle East Regional Office. Imam Sams, comment kitabo lunka wala falede. Imam Sams on al-Mada, volume 14, page 142. Ala volume 14, page 142, ni tadaje, ebe nyum kumakangol tarlaje, nka nyum menu foteng. Ning atolu misilme lon nalu tadaje, alba tarlaje. Yo. Hafiz ibn Hadar, wafane karaoke nying kuolale ay kitabo lu safe men siyata. Hafiz olemu, ay al-Quran o hafiz yale ay kuma kawlu men fo wala mu nyinti ko ako those who claim that female circumcision is a sunnah base their argument on Ibn Malih's hadith mol men ko sunno lemu yela naresono bondi Ibn Malih la hadithoto which is traced back to Hagag Ibn Arta who cannot be accepted as a reliable source. Mea Lonko Mote Sonola is a reliable source. Muslims have agreed that circumcision for men is womu fenete ala yemen duno la kilaka. Lonnal jamal kafo nen sunna fulolu nakita nyola. Nyinkendo kana o fanan tafsirle. Nyinkendo kana o fanan tafsirle. Ndemantara lonnal challenge kande lonnal ye mem fo nka wala fo. Therefore, the hadith is considered unauthentic and weak, having been traced back to an unreliable source. Hafizole ka yimfudande Hafizul Quran. Ako, haditho nying ya bondi meya wama reliable. Mishilmo la lonna luko ama reliable. How then can we base it on the legal ruling that it is an act of sunnah or an honorable act? Nsafono nyadi leko nyimu kule timeya lonko anyanta la kake. It could be considered mustahab. Ngamiran na Arabu karanal balon na muna mustahab ti. Mustahab. Recommended. Bari amanke sunnate a recommendale. Sunnonte. Ali non nalu kana foy bem filindila. Mustahab lem. Is recommended. Kila a recommenda ko. Mafal kana kede. Bari nali bakela. Ndela firindroto. Ndenga mira ko kila ya min wala nyam. Ndeta fola li alkana kede. Bari nali bakela alkana kuntu bake. Halas. Mafo alkanak. Alka mune keteng. Nka musole samba kuyawol. Alna nga alkarandala. Mafo alkanak. Barinal bakela alkana kuntu bake. Woto womu mustahableti. Womu yamar loleti recommend. Aye yamar alale. Memba kela wayake. Menta kela ukanake. Bar alkana fo memba ke anota la kosotale. Yala atol lonnal men be surlu na West Africa. Atol lebem filindika. Nadia talalko. Amanke farloti. Ni make tanate la banniya ke baraji babeje bar nimme make alko kosotale amanta nyakato musu nyakato tabalolem solimalem. You see, that means atol ba forcer kam molu kanne ali mol bula menu lafta kala yake well etole lafta kala bar minaw fananto le luwa la karola yalo walantin nan kali ko ni be dinko sinna kana adinkandi bake fon si jolon no jele mina woto le banko la Gambia banko la loi munef anu munew fanan sabu because atol be Gambia le alman hani ya jamenya mennu hani tanya wole campaign ke fo ya jamme lati la kumola fo ya ke luati aya ban Gambia ay musol la nyakar ta ban Gambia completely ako momo ya ka be soron wotuma albuka fem ya jamme ya ke wato men albe deri nal man fem bar bi ko adama le beje ata sone atale ate buka mahamande albe wurla everywhere yalo yara van democracy dia batan an nyantan dol tentulale wallahi karam ko sila ni way bundo fanda nyanta fal kunkutiyo ne jaraman tolle kunkutiyo ne tolle ngan taro kosa ka kelo ke kaje ko democracy because muslimi a fawsi tamano democracy le kono al nyantan dol tentulale but honey therefore the hadith is considered unauthentic itafo no la ko hadith solo mo inde me alon ka authentic tale. Even if it were to consider the hadith as hypothetical, acceptable, which, if it is not the ruling on circumcision, does not put male and female on equal footing. Ako hana tarebe lala fam ko fenne alhekatu de modo le ben kumandi kan mbatu ngawo mari kumandi katabake badi nimma nyin kumanda asin njulo si siya ko rajulo. Okay, bari alenga sabari nga misilme ya nga nyodiru koto misilme la karola nga nyo karandi isaje mbesi na fasoto je ete sinna fasoto nte sinna fasoto misilme ya mammo tora mammo batandi ama dino fo man na pour ka mo batandi ba mo batandi fenna fa mbe life la de yes wala nga jele be call ka wala tinam ko mata mata nge call ñin no ma don bari molbe moy kanade
come out and speak about this issue because this is very controversial.
Back
You can understand. I was trending at the side room on the Facebook. People are saying different stories. It's too much. Gambia, small Gambia.
Billahi.
Go.
Abala fa warta back.
I'm concerned here.
Ite mo doctorality. Ite si fem fo no nyin ko
No, I know the risk, the implication is very costly. There is no doubt about that. The health hazard is there. But that is different from four. Ndala problem of mende. Islamo sondala puri nyeke bafamada because ngamo ikafo janko. Kirako ni sakeno asikanya. Atafala moka na ngama yola.
Exactly. It all for yola for hadiso de ko kila ko enne ko birai ati tarabakela akaye ko ni bakela kana landa tambi katu wole mu musola nafati. Kana bondi bake wole musola nafati andu wole mu kewola nidiyati. Ya wala.
Yeah. But Kadim, this has health implications, very serious health implications. Adung, the healthcare professionals, the midwifery service in the Gambia is better. They tell us the implication of FGM in that country.
Yeah.
How many people are dying because of the implication of FGM, because of sepsis, because of a lot of health-related issues. You can understand. So I think more education is needed in this area.
Wallahi, ni walantin nante be lori nyin kama ko nga kacha. Nyanta kacha la.
The maternal mortality rate in that country. Yajibe. Most of the causes is due to this FGM. The maternal mortality rate. Young people are oversighting this. This is a very important issue. People are not talking about it. They are only talking about the maternity care, how many women are there now. But what about the FGM factor?
No, bari yaje nakeba kukili na famante jahali. Yaje ntolu kewlu menu kata kuyanto. Nintara kuyanto ngansingo dolu kasote kafo nyimu alala ngansingo lati. Ngamano lubuka usamba, ibuka kuyang. Alala ngansingo la munyenti. Fo buka soto. So munanti na ni musolu dolu beje munana muso dol je ko bele nyanta tala ntema wole to understand fo ala la ngan siwta musol kon
no but femme ya nga kamol fa for islam yo ala wala bang
na wallahi ama
when this happens some people become tired of they cannot
dina te je dunia konon to la muslime ya dino ma fo ko nyanta kelale iko ni ake baraji babeje ni ma ke tanawta na tela bari ni ma ke to le ka fo musol malati musunoro wala ma manta ku yawto what that means il after impose lan kanne.
No, this, in my opinion, it should not be something it should be imposed on people.
Exactly.
It has to be people's choice. And also there need to be a law about FGM in
Lamin Gambia mafo Imam Fati kamul forcé de nteman Imam Fati tofoja yalon alla nyin nafiki yale kamul batandi. Imam Abdullah Fati is my brother. Ntena na mafo Imam Fati ko. Alkana kumodu molu dakono albe molu tol tinyala. Ntena nadiamo biringa dadibi Imam Fati to mambulanda kon. Anda manke ko Imam Fati le nyin ko champion. Imam Fati manya ani yalo Gambian ko mo se hakilo tuto bake. Sa ndebe karla to kumandilande. Ntama Imam Abdullah Fati to fo jande. Nkon na muslime lon nalu. Fo Imam Fati damale lonta Gambia. Yala tolle fonka Imam Fati to kuya. Atolle mo Imam Fati jaw foloti. Imam Fati muntala blood brotherly. I have nothing against him.
No, Bamba. Kadim.
Hani ma atodu lamin mantara emotional rende. Ilafta pour kantole kuya. Ntema Imam Fati tof. Nko na dina lonalu ikamem fonye wole munyinti ko iko nga almamu mo ila bafo kan kutubota ko kila ya marloke menna wole mu ni albakela alkana kuntubake katu wole mu musola nafati na alma kuntubake yo bari silan dena no men wuluta mallo ko si yo sama nyakato ibe mune tulaji wala nan ko nyimu kuleti nyanta kaja because ne dena no sama nyakato ya bele bonije ibe mune betulaji alinga nyo karandi alinkana fo mbe nyo filindi la mobe fanke kunto fi wolioti alinkana o ke nyimu dinolati nyimu fenete me alon ko musol la kolem mbama nyolu jamano lu yele matale sign lanseti kili niemo nani sambala wotuma 8 mansia sign 8 siata wotuma kuran kota wol mansia sign siata nte kajel sign fon hani sukur kuran ka mofa ntola dindia wato muna mtibala ka sukuru kura mo nto ko mfama nyole ko ba ni sukuru shani moloto be sukuru kura ke kafunya la liewulu nko to ma fonde tonya.
You are right.
Exactly. But sain sukuru kura be fata in Gambia oto sain cool menu be kering nunto wolte kering nunto me mol wati sai wote wati nola kura si fasiatale alinga sabari Imam Fati la ba ko spare hilka fine. But that doesn't mean that Imam Fati is alone. Ali Imam Fati damada boni nyundo muslimo na muslime alfalu jamale be inko kono Imam Fati damande al sabari. Lafta nin na muslime keba le kacha. Yeah, Mr. Jabi ni request ke drombe talale or maybe sin call nole. But il lafta le puru nganying kumaka nganying complete then sinali be kumande Mr. Jabi mbadu ning nkoto ma yin complete. Nkoto ma go ahead.
No, what I want to say is, I think, allegation we need to be careful.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly.
You have come out to educate the people.
Ntela doko ntenata odamala puru ni moli ya kacha. Ntema ho menu kafo anyanta kelale ibi ronda de. Move.
Yeah, and you are not being judgmental here as well, because because normally I don't do this, I don't make this kind of calls. But in this is very important. You see, I think Imam Fati Kamem Fondama Malama Imam Fati Imam Fati said it. And I've seen some feminists also, many alongo, I don't know feminists, I don't know whether I'm reading the right word. I'm sorry about it. But I've seen many alongo, they are concerned, they several on Facebook, you see, this is something. So it becomes
alinga kacha nyinkuola bairing ngajele ko niko karo niko misalfe karo lotale sunkar karo kon nim makab nyanta salla nyolale katu misilme abota jele kila abota jele bari makabuka female genital mutilation practice bari niyo fali fana ka fo nyele ko hani de makabuka ke bari amanke ko misilme amu makale tati sila munanda nim makabe sunna nyola yalon contradiction o mislime akora man betea
Oh, look, FGM is a health implication, Kadim Rasul. Gambians need to know that. It's very costly on our musolu na dinolu at the moment in the country. Is affecting a lot of people because people are dying, people are developing complications, different kind of complications because of FGM. There are people, many uncle, they are victims of this and they witness it, they've seen it.
Yalon chairman, ntolla dindi ya wato.
They will be able to give you good statistics of what is happening.
Ntolla dindi ya wato.
Why are we doing it? My question is, why are we doing it when it is killing our people, when it has impact on our generation? Why?
Ya bare ntolla dindi ya wato wotuma nimmu solbita sunnoto. Amanke ko idena ni male katara fo sanji woro wala fo dolu ka sanji tansifa. Eke samba wulo kono kontolu kewul kata wulo kono nyame. Ifana kila ngansin denkilo la kontolu kewul kana ngansin denkilo la nyame. Bar dena no be ngansin denkilo jumale lala. This is what ntolbe me ente batandi nyu ko beto wala mu dena no lu kawul kuyande. We mbatandi bake mbuka auto understand.
It's very sad.
Ne dena no kuyande a menta. Ya torale. Ya batandile. Alin karandi atol lonnalu. Nte this is all I want. Alin karandi nyaka be keno la nyame. Menu sa keno ni ya faham yake. Bara ndola Gambia bimbete momento is criminal puruka musol kuyam. Ya jamii yake criminal crime let. It's illegal. Ndola Gambia.
Can we call for a dialogue? Can we call for a dialogue?
Yes.
The Muslim community and the activists issue. Nia kacha ande jikita ko will come to a solution. You can understand?
Wallahi.
Evidence has not proven that scientifically there is no proof called FGM should be done or is acceptable or whatsoever. Nowhere in the world.
Exactly.
The only thing we can see is health implication. And then this doesn't mean that manna misilmaya bunya, manna traditional.
Of course, nko misilmaya nko. Me hani me kanuntati.
So the only issue I have is nkana nyo confusing the. When we nkana nyo misleading the.
Moteje me misilmaya kanuntati. Nte.
You know, or they are not right or whatsoever. That is very dangerous for our people because Gambia so we cannot be running with misleading information or things they are not right. It's not good.
Exactly.
So that's why we need there need to be a massive sensitization, about this issue, involving all set of groups, all groups. They can understand different kind of groups, health experts, health professionals, the Islamic fankul, to sit down and discuss and have a conference and discuss about this. Wallahi, we'll come to an amicable solution.
Inshallah, I believe.
It's better than people running with, all kind of information. People, and the most important thing is, let people stop disrespecting each other in social media. Nafatala, what is the
Nafatala?
What's going to happen?
Nothing.
But the economy when to nafa in the society aman nafa
fokol.
You see, so patients don't know we try to stop the arrogancy between ourselves. Aman nafa soto. What is the point? It is an opinion so so what is more important is let's convince each other that we discuss, we'll come to terms. Everybody have right to your opinion. From the democracy.
Yeah, memena the mufti me alonko atele marta al Azza Mosla Azza Jamaola in Egypt. I memfo wala munyintiko ako. Even if we were to consider the hadith as hypothetical, acceptable, which is not the ruling on circumcision, it does not put male and female on equal footing. For while circumcision is an act of sunnah for male, it is honorable. It is honorable act for female. If it is as if Islam deems it necessary to regulate this practice, which was already performed by the Arabs prior to the event of Islam, this is clear in the very detailed and fine wording of Atiyah's hadith that says, "Do not cut severely." This is what the Mufti says. ako mota keno la comme ben mealon ko is a ruling on Islamic fatwa mota keno la ruling ti hadiso nyi mota ke because a wiktale andu nyina mu mufti di mealon ka tele mata e misilmo la skola sol mu mola atele mu bela kebati. Well, my brother, Neil after join, I can make you call me. Isen kumani nole.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, okay. My brother, isen kumani nole. Mbe nomba nyinkela on the screen. Ini momo lafta purka join. Isen kumani nole nga kacha. Nyimu bading kachaleti. Nyimma nyenna kela nyo konnanti ati waranka kamfa nyo kama. Yalo misilme ate konoto diata bakele. Misilme ate man kula mo kang ate mennola dunola. Oto misilmo be bakelim fakelim. Okay, alenga tenteng. Moreover, it has come to our attention that Atiya's hadith contains a contradiction. Nyin lonna luko Atiya la hadith o nyin ay molu hakilo jahsendele. Katuki, the first part of the hadith contradicts the last part. Hadith ala follow ala kumakam follow anin labaw nyin iwalita le. Ikolonna luko dalil jumalatin ne walita. The first part makes circumcision mandatory. Ako follow is circumcision ke come mealonko is mandatory. And the second part refers to it a little part of the external genital that should not be removed because it is better for women. Ako fulanya oko musola fonko nyimmanyan na kuntu abe manyan na kuntula kat wole better than musoto and more desirable for men. Wole diate ke manual fane. So why God's creation shouldn't remain unaltered to complete the woman's fairness and the man's satisfaction? Furthermore, hadith fula wolda male findita nyin kuola karola. Bari wa hadithol kilinte je me musol nin kewul beke equal footing. And numbeko circumcision is an act of sunnah. Naya tara abebe tara equal footing. Wote bafula ko musol nin kewul be nyanta talale correctly. Yala yemen foko wala circumcision is an act of sunnah. Circumcision mu kila la sunnolet. Waran dino la sunnolem. Without elaborating in which case it would be a general rule. Naya tara ima faram fanse woto ma abita akela mobe lualeti. Abekela mobe lualti. Imam Ibn al-Munthir may along a prominent scholar in fiqh and hadith of the 1st century Hijrah. Imam al-Munthir may along a mojamale alonna balemu and on the 4th century Hijrah concerning circumcision. I mean for wala there is no evidence to refer to, no a sunnah to follow. Ako evidence tije sita no menna and no sunnah tije fana isibula menno. The same opinion was held by Sheikh Mohammed Rashid Reda in reply to a question published in Al-Munar magazine. Lonna le mu fanante ya nyininka ay kuma ka men fo ya fintini Munar magazine o fane nyin kuma kan kilomol fo. Imam Al-Shaw maintains that the hadith fails to provide evidence since the term sunnah used by laymen is more general than the term used by legists. Comme ni ko mole sunno la mudrom muslimo be ba talale bari même problème oti wala mu nyinti ko lonnalu jama bije wolu imam akuwo nyinta bake dolbe je wolu ma akuwo nyim fay bake. The renowned scholar Said Sabiq said in his famous book Fiqh Sunnah where wafala buko kono Said Sabiq ya fala buko kono Fiqh Sunnah ako mandating female circumcision are weak and unauthentic. Alinkana nyo batandala. Hadisi sabanjang. Ye memfo wala mnyuduko hadiso me alonko yaribo ya foko Abdullah ibn Amar. Wale ya foko ye musol menu mu ansarilti. Prophet supporters menu ka kila fasa Madina. Ya foko ye yamaro ke puru yeta kuyamoto. Ako Abdullah ibn Amr ko hadiso nying a week telekato al Sawkhani wole hadiso nying fila. waya itandiko Abu Naim me alon ka fanamu hadith satala balti way men for Mandal ibn Ali, who is considered a weak narrator. Womu molti me alon ko ala hadith folu jama ka folo ko ala hadith ol man sahaya. Wole nyi itandiko narrators men be ko Khalid ibn al-Amr al-Qusayr al-Quraysi, who is an even weaker narrator. Wafanam fomu narrator te me alon ka ala kol weak tabakel. Sa hadith sabanjang hadith nani njaw e même fo wala mo nyinte ko nyi nyaka bo wala ko e ko yafo kuma kawlo bota the sunnah contains a hadith on the authority of Aisha radiallahu anha me yafo ko kila Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yim foko. Should the two circumcised organs meet, yalon jamaje man na lonnal ka besi nyene kam e ko na Aisha le nyim foko aya moy kila lako akoning kuyantu dula fulolu benta. If the two circumcised organs meet, then course ablution is necessary. Water ghusl, ablution is necessary. Monyanta janabo kulare. Badi ngolo nyindu lang kumayata baki. Na Aisha kuma fayalo water mote sosoro kela water. Na Aisha radiyallahu anha. Malik Muslim al-Tirmidhi ibn Haji anim mo kote wala men ya lon ko ka hadisol fila wala nyin hadisol ke ila saferol konole sunna kitabol kono. But the point to consider here is that the prophet said the two organs. Prophet kila imem fo wala organ flow, the two organs, meaning the male organ and the female organ. This may be used by some as an argument in support of female circumcision. Modol sinyintanole ka ke bamburanoti ka musol la kuyandota ka propagate. Yeah? Ka musol la kuyandota ka propagate. Bar lonna le muna fojang alenga taje. However, mention of the two organs does not mandate female circumcision, nor does it legitimize it. In fact, in the Arabic language, two things or persons may be given one quality or name that belongs to only one of them because that quality or name is more famous, stronger, more able, and more prominent, or more easily pronounced. This quality or name may or may not be that of a female. There are many examples of this duality. Arabol la kangoto kafoko fenkuntuma fulolu. Na diate ise koto jama kala isake kewolu damma fangoti fang. Na diate fang isake musol damma fangoti fang. Na diate musol tati taralun roje. Katu ko kuma kawme ya lonko ikafai ko al-umaran. Two Umars, Umar fula. Al-umaran. Men mole kan kumandi albal hakotu la nyele hekatu nga post demanding nganying call nyinta badi wala si hekatu kumandiro le warta fo nga wo mari la kolta because yalo nila alfa e kumandi fo yo kumandiro nyinta akumayata baki so saying nyosa bobe damen wala mu nyinti ko arabol ko kuma kan dolfo komen ka fo al-umaran batu nga fo nyama Umar fula. It refers to Abu Bakr and Omar. Al-umaran, the two moons. Al-qamaran karifula. Al-qamaran al-nairan dimbafula. Tilo dimbafula wala nibe o tafsir arabo la kanto wala mutilo nin karoti dimbafula al-nairan. Although the moon does not emit any light but reflects the light of the sun. Tonya karo buka lampu bondi bari tilo la lampu karo ke balu wala. Walantin na ikafa eko al-nairan. Wato nyimbo feneti mea lonko wato dobe arabo la kanka koto soto. Molsa fasar faram fanse koto jamala. Al-Aishan wala mu wulara fula, the two evenings. Al-Aishan, the two evenings. Ware yafo maghrib, yafo sunset. Those are for anin noon. Al-Asri, afternoon prayer. Arabol fanankafo al-Aswadan. Al-Aswadan. the two black things wala mu date and water tamaro and geo bari geo man kola soto waran arabol ka fanan ko al abwaban the two fathers fafulo ako fafulo isa for father and mother ikamusota ika saindi ke wala pala soto isa for fafulo al abwaban al bahrain wala mu bafulo te al bahran bafulo isiwo fanan ke isa for al qur'ano satara abe river anen sila al qur'ano be la tafsiro to abe baning sila comme banim fankaso. The two seas are not alike. And nyim fulol man killing. This is fresh, sweet, good to drink. This other is salt. Katu dobeje ajioni isaming dobeje ajiomu ko geology. And marwatan refers to Safa and Marwa. Iko Arabo leka nyimbefo. And marwatan wale mo Safwa and Marwati. And the world told man killing bari sebe kumande al marwatan. Aje lonna leka londi tende lonna leka kuma kawlo fonye pour nga hakilolta ngabula nyin kuol noma katu ki niya jube lonna jama ka foko na aisa hadiso men fila mosi sembe no wala le woto ka nyaka boyo dandi lonna leka wala foko ani wo fongo fanam fongo te tanola kanyaka boyo dandi. All these examples of duality used in Arabic language are known to scholars. Bare lonna le fongo le nyimbe lonne bari bukan karandale buka fonye ibuka fonye ni lonna kame itandina wala mwintiko lonna le nyimbe lonne bari buka nyimfonye muna antina. The use of word, the two organs in this authentic hadith does not provide legality to female circumcision. Wote akeno la luati kafo nyaka anyanta kelale, i.e. the male only is a form of duality. Keoda maka keno keoka musola palasota la keo fanana palasota. Yaji hadith lulu nyaho wala mu iko haditho me yalonko Saykan Abdul Daud al-Trimidi al-Nasai Ahmed Malik ibn al-Marwat al-Mauta iko prophet yenyim foko yenyim moy kilala me yalonko Abu Hurairah leafo ako act of neutral disposition are 5 kila ko puruka misilmo la tunkun lulo nyin membe misilme akono ako follow womu sunnolati memo kafta ku yangoto circumcision, removal of pubic hair, aninka tio bondi ka tio bondi hanima fo albealo nembe damen, saving of the mustache ka mustache o bondi nyim fenke tio nyim membe ida enungo ye dumala ida kungoto je ka o bondi, cutting off the fingernails ke kungon singolu bondi ke ngon singolu kuntu, and plugging off the armpit ke dabo koto tio li kila ko nyentunku lulo kumayata bake. On the authority of Aisha, na Aisha yenyimfo anen kila la sahabul Jamal sallallahu alaihi wasallam, iko the act of natural disposition are 10, including saving the mustache and growing a beard. Iko fanamu ke bora ke ila mustache li ke nuntio li anen ke bora bula wol fanambe sunno konole. Nyin hadiso nyin sahayatale. Bari niya jube ama evidence nati puruka musola nyaka to ta fasa among evidence nati. Since saving the mustache and growing a beard are act pertaining to male. Ako niya jube ke bora inuntioli anen ke bora bula. Wadi so be ke olela ka musol ko mafo musie bora bula. So nyimu feneti me alon ko nyantele ngakacha. Badi ngol. Ali nyantele ngakacha. Ntol misin mol. Malum fale kam moy le ba nal kam moy dukare ala fo nyal kam moy le nal bu kam moy fanal ya fo nyal bu kam moy. Hadith does not provide evidence in support of female circumcision. Yaji nyimbe safere arabu kawto nte fon le nga tafsir man ni angale kawto pour un sa fono mole nga kacha. Okay. Akonal la fita al sita kitabo to memo al nawliti al nawli al fawi Abbas Hassan le asafe ala bunda ala chapter 1 ala bunda keme bunda tannin say bunda keme bunda tannin kononto nalta je albatar la wala nyama Abraham anabla Ibrahim alayhi salam wala mo foloti me alonko iko ate yakuyando tafa tele. This is agreed upon by all Muslim scholars. Muslim lonna be kambenda nyinnale ko annabla Ibrahima a sonta mo be sonta ko nyin annabla Ibrahima yamaro ketatella. It is also cited by Ibn Abdul Bar, Ibn al-Tamhid, Meya Foko. It is a sunnah that should not be neglected by male. Ako sunno le mu kewul manyanna mentulaje. Fereng. Wadiamula kilingo Abdul Bar Ibn al-Tamlih wenyim foko. It is not wajib on female. Ama wajib ya musolukam. Konga fonyame nkotenke as mentioned previously. It would therefore be erroneous abekela filibality to regard female circumcision as an act of natural dispensation. Mustahab is not enforced upon us. Amanke forseti. Abekela kurondim balati. Pruka ke forsoti mislimul kan ka to fende mea lonko mustahab lemu amanke forserodi. It is therefore another argument that refutes the legitimacy of circumcision is based on the fact that there is no evidence that shows that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had any of his wives' daughters circumcised. Alama alayatunye. Iko mem fana bekela tonyati lonnal misime lonnal le kanyim for the Muslim scholars, the General Council, International Council of all Muslim scholars. Iko mem fana bekela tonyati wala munyintiko anana man safe dulato mona na man mo karandala dulato ko kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam ala musolu wara diwlu kono killing tatale. Iko aman so lonnata fole. Wato ngamira nyimma nyanda kila nyosa bakuti. Kila ye taralale akoy alkamune kete. Ikaye kon kamusole samba sunno. Akoy ha otal nangal karanda. Nal ba kila alkana aboba keje. Katu wole muso nafa nama mboba keje. Wole muso nafa. Ngo lonal alimma koy. Kila ko alkana aboba keje katu nali ma boba keje do tutaje wole muso nafa. Kila wala. Alisi hadisu wa hadisi na talbe odorona tataje. Ako andum wole fanamu keola nidiyati. Come on. Nyimman jara nyo nenna, aman jara nyo sabala, aman jara nyo koma nenna, andum même fon kake nte lafta pour oustasol jamabi je al nyanta me understand la. Me la porochu dinnol fo men be social media TikTok ol la mol fo men oustas kebale lonnal. Dukaral dinnol yamari. Aman jara moy mo nenyin kola. Ite batata nyakatole, imama tata nyakatole. Bari ite mama ka dolo min ne bite mu muslimoti. Yalon hakilin tango me yalon ka man fenso to kanati on the table pour mo ya discuss wala kan ndiro ka nyin ko. Because nyim man jaran ndiro la. Nyin jarata la pour ka kacha. Nyin jarata la pour ka nyo nasihala, ka nyo dur ko to ka nyo londal, mol ma menyol nga nyo saba fang. Al-Quran anin sunna. Nga nyo saba. Isaje mbesi ben kamben dulato ko. Nyara fa nyimu fenede me yalon ko. Naka mentora kanake. Naka mentor kanake kadu alka scientific posono memfo nte dunno la be kono bake katu iko muso memfo geosiata alal hakotunye alama alayatunye min geosiata yalla musol Kenya mankele scientifically yafoko jama beje ni obe wulula man jara ya kafu bari dolbe je wolu jatale kone badi wulu long aliela science ni understand dolbe je wolu jatale hanin tolu aben tolbe kono tol kewol kono dol da turo ka jale paw nin kutil kando kono da ka fara dol wol da na buka fara dol bulo ni niya keteng aka tey akone ale ndala manki yalon na lonnal alman parele pour kam makoy atol pareta pour ka sonko male kedron ni ma ke kafriata ni ma ka ani manke wonyama alenga kacha alenga nyo dur koto alenga kacha Gambia la loi ngalon mo jama bemba ton kan jella pour kanati na loi to ay munefo Gambia la loi nyin kuoto adiamo mansia baki Gambia la loi ni ajube 2015 le député le loi buko le pass Fabakar Tombo Njata na la molu e loi le pass me Women's Act ka dadaku ya jamela ya maroka ka musolla act musolla nyanto ka dadaku musolla nyanto ka dadaku 2010 le musolla nyanto nyin loi nyin dunta dibite modo bari lafta pour ka dadaku pour ka musolla nya ka to ta dabula je loi bu kokon. This was referred to as the Women's Amendment Act 2015. Yalo menno ka boy jojo lukang wol ka jojo tonyen alla loi membenna banko kan wolef under the act section 32A subsection 1 clearly stipulates the prohibition and punishment for women for FGM in the Gambia. This implies that practicing FGM in the Gambia is illegal and therefore a crime. Fabaka tomo jada na la moli tolle odundi na bankola loi buko kono 2015. Alabunda section 32A subsection 2 sets out the punishment and for anyone found to be engaging in FGM with the punishment ranging from imprisonment for a term of 3 years or a fine of 50,000 or both. The question as to whether both can apply will depend on the discretion of the court of competent jurisdiction. Badi wala lila moya ni hakilo la mina nyimbe fola le manin ka kaunto le ni ajen ka karantu babu kaunto laftan na lonna le fana ya moy. There are also instances where FGM leads to death. This attracts a punishment of life imprisonment for the perpetrator or perpetrators. An example was the case of Sankandi versus Inspector General of Police, where a life was lost during the practice of FGM as a result of excessive bleeding from the court. Under section 32B, subsection 1, the act defines who an accomplice is. An accomplice is any person who aids or abets the person committing the offense of FGM. Therefore, such a person who requests insight or promotes FGM by promoting tools or any other means to carry out the practice is punishable for 3 years imprisonment or a fine of 50,000 or both. Section 32B, subsection 2, adds that a person who without good cause fails to warn or inform the perpetrators or proper authorities promptly that FGM is about to take place or has taken place is punishable to a fine of $10,000. Badingolo, nyine mu Gambia la luati, loi me ya lonko ya dundi 2015 le musol la nyanto kono na banko la loi kono. Lamin Sane, eko FGM wala mu female genital mutilation. Hani manta Google FGM mu female genital mutilation wala mu FGM ti. Bari ntolu ka kumandi wala ntolu ka kumandi sunnol la pour musol la bunya kamala. Okay? Saying lafta pour ka meyitandi wala mu nyintiko. Meye nyinko be campaign pro yadu na bankola loi bukoto musole mu dinde ngolam Gambia dingolam imam Abdullah Fati ya tofa la diamo konole yaya jamme ya kumandi tene lungola janni ya jamme benyin kela luati ka foko aya banle on the 24th of November 2015 November karo til tang anin nani 2015 November garo til tang anin saba suto yaya jamme musundi unyin kumande ka fay ko ngela campaign kala mutale mbakela luwa kono le yaya jamme yake luwa kono ya famle so alenga fero be kata nganyo karandi nganyo hakil bulandi nyaka boyo. The most common form of female genital mutilation or female genital cutting practice, there are so many different types. But the WHO defines that there are 4 types of FGM. Type 1, walamu clitoridectomy, walamu partial or total removal of the clitoris and the other prepuce. Type 2, wala mo excisionty. It involves the partial or total removal of the clitoris and the labia minora with or without extension of the labia majora. Type 3, wala mo infibulation. It involves the narrowing of the vaginal opening through the creation of a covering seal with or without removal of the clitoris. Type 4 refers to all other harmful procedures to the female genital for non-medical purposes. Badi wolu nyullel be keri. Sain. Alingata lonna la karola lonna liye munefo. Itoliye munefo nyinkuoto. Different schools of Islamic jurisprudence hold different opinion on female genital mutilation. Karambun jamalu, muslimun la karambun jamalu. Wolu iyenyo walile. Imam Safi. Wherefore it is obligatory for both male and female. Imam Safi. Imam Ahmed ibn Hanbali. Wala karamu yafoko. It is obligatory for male and honorable for women. Imam Hanbali. Ayo foko ab farayata kewul kanne bar musol tang mustahabolem ya marolem. Bari Imam Safi ko musonin kew be kan farayata be kan. Imam Abu Hanifa ani Imam Malik wuliya foko musola nyaka tota circumcision is a sunnah for male. Nyaka tota sunnole mu wajibi ata kewul kanne bar mustahabole mu pour musolu kan. Imam Hanafi ani Imam Malik wol be nyin kuma kan wolef badi wol albe la moy kan hakilola mbenyo karandika. Okay, scholars have defined fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, acknowledge of the colonial law that are based on detailed evidence that is the Holy Quran, the authentic Sunnah, ijma according to established conditions and acceptable qiyas. Nyille mo fengolti misilmol kela cool base menkang ni lafta nyo sabo kela dino la karola. Jurisprudence is required not only to be knowledgeable of fiqh and sharia, but also to be strongly in touch with reality to give this opinion pass judgment or teach people accordingly. Nyimo fenete me alonka beti atale puru lonnalu misilmolu damalu nga nyoma koy. Lamin Gambia yalong ngajele be bakata kambakele. It is the same Yaya Jammeh who stopped women from bleaching. It was in the constitution. Why did they remove that? Iko be constitution oko na muna ne ya remove. Hesalo mantara constitution oko. Nabe damen a section of fonye ware yesele nan sandonga debata. Lamin. Hesalo amantara constitution oko. It was a presidential proclamation. Womu executive proclamation led. One constitution of fatata. My brother, yalong alinkana nyo filende. Alinga nyo kachandi isajem besi na fasoto. Muna kuya nyo sabo, nyo wuru nyo kuna. Londi buka soto je. Wala ka nyo bane wala be sabo. Because itebe wurla. Wurla fula, wala be nyo karandi la munela. Lamin laftale yep section o natinye. Yalon tenga section o natinye. Constitution okono ifane section o natinye but kana fonye ko it was amended mintol amenda anatinye which section Lamin Gambia section juma bari lo mbe Lamin batu na prayo natinye. The work of jurisprudence is a human track carried out by specials in the Sharia. Islamo kakitio kemenula molle menia molle ikabula molle no menia lonko. They are very, very, very knowledgeable. Janibe judgment o pasla, janibe lua pasla, janibe fatwa itanda, janibe saria ka dundi saria kono ike hakilo tubakele. Walantin na imanyi musola nyaka kuonyi ima bulandi kuolo kono. Okay. Moreover, not all the themes in fiqh and hadith are purely religious. In fact, many deals with medicine, nutrition, clothing, and the like. As far as non-religious issues are concerned, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, a good example when he ordered Muslims to leave the pollination of palm trees to nature. Otoma molu ka ten sungol boy. Kila ko al tewul bula. Ali bula. Fo musun noltima. Ya marolem. Birin kila yaje ko todun tamarelu ibuka ding idingolu man nya ko nyanta na la nyame kila fa wala kuma ko ngay même fo ako you have more knowledge of your worldly affairs sain aliye londo soto alla dunia fewol la kila ka ko dol fo aka fo le pour muslimol pour ifon le karan ñim nabiyo mo man na mo batandila de ko do be ja sa bule bulu pour ifon e karan ko no ni karanda ko no fo fe ngata sa fo ko ñinem barin tolu kanja koy ko wallahi al abeti adan tolu keta misil molti kanja kunda wala mon dol yaade kanja kunda ajube dino bota Saudi Arabia mendo wala sita le lol na lu sita ye ñun ko ñin kacha ye hakilo di ñol ñinem hani e kitabul bondi ñoo fenke ye ñoo nasiha e sita makay buka ñoo sama moy ye ina tata makay mo jelori mimbaro kan nyakama ni la nyaka boy balbe bul ni fenketa de ito moy la maka ntoli adoro ntoli adam mapet mana ya baban la wato mena modol mo wakili kasanki ol mini kan la italo ya foko mba defend la because kila la ya sunnola mana ntina o manke ya jamme ayake luati woto nin ya kiluati nin lafta pour ka bondi akuma yata le pour ka kacha nga musolo kala mutandale isaje mendu ba kele isa karang bar mendu ba kele woluka de nanol le samba anyanta stop la le de nanol nyanta nyanta stop la le ake torale andu menka mol tora muslime ama accept yalo i control man karam man fello baren kanyim mem fo kitabo le mo men yalon ko be suffering ibe laring andu to ka fo arabu ko yalo ne kuma fo arabu ko la mo ka fo he kare kuma bal fo imam ko imam moy fo arabu ko la ko tenen bari membe suffering arabu ko la ngawle translate man e angale ko la ten ngawle tafsir angale ko la mislime ala bundalo ala tunkungolo the scientific opinion Mr. Lonalko, the scientific opinion on FGM is clear. No sabatije. It is total or partial cutting of the female's external productive organ, which deprives the body of its natural functions and of the legitimate physical pleasure. In short, it is social practice to control women and constitute a violation of their rights. Nying is very important. And non dibito be nyanta yenyu no karang. Na dibito. Inanama lual fintindi inyantele ya karang. Ya research ke. How then can today's jurisprudence, in the prevalence of all this evidence, scientific and social knowledge, allow this practice and defend it? Komune batin na nolol na li yenyim be long. Be pare eka molu susunda kan wara mennu bukake ekawul kajafi nyenen kar sabanya mu munati do weak hadith provide sufficient evidence to prohibit FGM? Some people maintain that one can adhere to a weak hadith because it is encourage good morals and good practice. Modole nyo sabako haditho men daifta munantin na mulbe nyo batandila mulbe nyo kumoteila wala bari lonna dolko hanna daifta nyawnya mol si tarno akande katu ay yamarole ke ku kendola anda yamarole ke ku betela jabiro momenti Islamic scholars la jabiro momenti ila General Council of Islamic Scholars ila jabiro momenti wala mo. Here we have to clarify iko nyindulandombe kumolu senendila that those who adhere to a weak tradition, which in their view is neither authentic nor weak, so in a manner related to honorable deeds, not to unjustified injury of people and their psychological or physical harm, as is the case of FGM. Moreover, in refuting FGM, Islamic methodology does not stop at describing hadith as weak, but it is also based on a number of fundamental principles. Lonaluko, iba jabiro kila men na wala munyintiko. Islamo buka kole ya kula mislimo kan. Abuka mislimo batandi. Abuka mislimo batari. Abuka mislimo tora. Abuka mislimo dundi fento mea lonko sinin sama aba batandila. But hanna ya tara wofanamu. Islamo katama nyameng. Science it developed a nyameng. Mislime lona lufananka londo yirwandi wala nyama. Ika nyo dema wala nyama. Ano Islamo fananka tama number of fundamental principles le. Wala principle follow. Wala mu number 1. Islam wala fundamental principles. Number 1. Al-Hekatu. Namira njompita bakile. 5th hadith. Okay. 5th hadith. Number 3. Okay. Okay. Fundamental principles. Iko follow. Walemu the need for accurate scientific and social understanding of FGM. Foye kisikisuro ke ka faham nying sunno me musola sunno akamuneke. Wolu kono it includes knowledge of the following. Wolu kono foye londo soto nyim fengolto. Follow scientific definition of practice. Akonyin science la karola, jadi kende la karola, aning courant la karola, akoto mumunati. The natural functions of which the organ is created. Dali jumala kang a creator. The physical and psychological consequence of the practice of the girl child or the mature woman. Abe mune kela dena nola aning keba. Nye dena no samba abe mune kela la aning nye keba samba abe mune kela la foyo fananjube. The social reason behind the practice. Na adolu sonta munella nyinkuoto. What motivates the Egyptian family to circumcise their daughters? Because jamaben tolo kono nganyim bondi Egyptle. Nanata. Mune Egyptian kolbula e kanyinke. Dali jumala beji. Second, a juristic opinion should be based on the accurate social and medical understanding and interpretation of the practice and the implementation thereof of a ruling that is derived from accepted source, namely the Holy Quran, the Sunnah, Ijma, and Qiyas. Second, of forced scientific understanding. What was I nimkumu? Alenga bula science la science ye muneje nyinkuoto. Science woli ye muneje nyinkuoto. Science ye muneje nyinkuoto. Badi wolo ngamira saying almost 1 hour plus kele mina part 2 la saying alkana ta dulato menyin don kuntulale mbita minata nala kana part 2 kale nadiyat alay insha Allah wokono momo laftan kumandi la isin kumandi 07 bari mbado mbe nomba kela part 2 le momo laftan kumandi la isin kumandi woto nisi kaja based on Sunnah and in Quran momo ilafta pour kam kumande sim kumande wal ala baraka assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.